Alrighty guys, what is up? This is Matt back at you guys. I am out at the lake for the first time this year. This will be my first trip of 2017. I got the Deep Smart Sonar Plus that I'm going to be throwing around out here. I'm going to check the water temps and clarity and depth and all that stuff. And then we're going to get back to it. We got about 7 rods with me today, tied up with different lures. And this water had ice on it just the other day. So this is the first day the lake has been open clearly. And compared to last year, this is really murky and muddy. This is what the lake used to look like a couple of years ago. But I know there's been a lot of zebra mussels here. So I'm not sure if it's just dirty because it's the first time it's being unthawed or whatnot. And it's got a bunch of junk. But very dark water. So that's going to give me some ideas of using, you know, chartreuse type colors and whatnot. So stay tuned guys. I'm gonna get this Deeper Sonar Plus hooked up and we're gonna go around and check depths of water temperatures, and I'm obviously gonna want to fish the warmest water I can find. I see a ton of bait fish right here, which is a good sign. A bunch of bluegills, all kinds of different sizes. I don't know if you guys can see them there or not. Maybe if I can zoom in, if you guys can possibly see them or not, I'm not sure. I can barely see what I'm recording, but stay tuned guys. Should be a good episode and I hope I get some fish. Alrighty guys, I got my deeper out here. I'm just checking some water in this little channel right here. I'm reading about 5 foot to 4.5, and in this channel is 63 degrees. And then also my next clue here is I got about 5,000 tadpoles on the shoreline, just everywhere. I mean, there's probably millions of them. That's all I've seen on this side of the shoreline. So that's another clue as to what the bass might be eating. So I'm just going to go ahead and scoot down here a little more. Most likely this channel is going to be probably in the 5 foot range and probably around 60 degree water temps. Now I'm going to go check the other parts of the lake now. Alright, I got the deeper out here on part of this other main lake here that goes into a boat launch here. I got it probably 20 feet out from the bank, right at 4.8 foot to 5 foot. Water's a little cooler over here, 57 degrees. I'm seeing some clumps of bait fish, some grass, some things along those lines. I do not see any tadpoles on this side, but this is right in the 5 foot range as well. And it looks like we got some nice clumps of bait fish around here. So we're gonna scoot down a little more and check out the rest. Alright guys, throwing the deeper out along this rock ledge here. I'm in 5 foot. I've thrown it a couple times, a little farther out, 6, 7, obviously closer to the shore. I'm seeing lots of school of bait fishes, even some fish. There's lots of weeds here, grass on the bottom. I think this is probably my first place to start just because the amount of structure I see and the amount of bait fish and fish that I see on the graph. I'm not sure exactly what fish I'm seeing, but I'm seeing schools of a lot of stuff in different areas. It's been drifting for quite a while, but probably 50 yards out have been quite a bit of activity I've seen on the deeper here. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna go show you guys what rods and baits I'm gonna be using, and we're gonna get to it guys. Alrighty guys, the first bait I'm going to throw here is going to be the live target swim bait gizzard shad 1 ounce lure. Since I'm seeing a lot of these bait fish over in this main lake, I'm going to start off with something like that. And I got a bunch of other setups here. I got a regular square bill tied on. I got a little wobble head. I got a little tiny jig. I got jerk bait. Fish on of 2017. I was throwing the live target for a while, then I just switched over to a crankbait. This is THKO custom swerve. Boom! First fish of the day, right there. Not a bad fish either. On the custom swerve by Trey Harple in Terminator shad color. good little fish too. That's awesome. See that bait? It's about my 5th cast with this, and this guy picked it right on up. Down here for the release. Not bad, guys. Good fish. Not bad at all. And that swerve. Good fish. Not bad at all. And that swerve. Oh, solid fish. Nice. Solid fish. Another clue I like to see right there. The red on the mouth. You know, they're chomping on crawdads and things of that nature. Go ahead and toss them back. I'm going to give them a chuck to get out of this grass, you know. There he goes. He came pretty close to the bank. I was hitting off some rocks and he picked it up. So I'm going to throw this around a little bit more. And kind of go from there. I'll show you this bait after I get the weeds off here. That's what I'm throwing, guys. THK 1.5 Swerve by Trey Harple. So far working good, man. Solid 1.5 pound, 2 pounders. We're gonna see what else can happen. We'll probably try a few different baits too, just to see what these fish are actually doing. Just hooked up on another one, guys. Sorry, I actually hit the power button off. I forgot that I was recording when I set the hook on that Berkeley Ripper. Or not the Berkeley Ripper, Berkeley Cutter. 110 size. Another solid fish. Oh yeah, these are nice quality fish. I'll take these all day. What's crazy is I switched to a little jig without a skirt, just a little craw. And these fish were not eating it at all. So I don't know if this bite is gonna be mainly just, I mean, nice 2 pound fish, like really quality fish. So I don't know if this bite's gonna be just a shad type bite or what. I mean, these fish are fat. You can tell they got a winter belly and they've been already feeding probably. I'm guessing during the winter while I was iced over or with this still thin layer, they might have been feeding on craws. And now that it's unthawed, these fish might be just feeding on bait fish, because my deeper was picking up tons of bait fish in this area, ranging from 2.5 to 5 feet, some in the 6-foot range. Most of these fish that the deeper has picked up are coming out of that 3 to 5 foot range, and they've all been on a shad type bite, and that's what the deeper picked up. So if you guys haven't checked out Deeper Sonar, highly recommend it, especially if you're a shore fisherman like me and don't have a boat. Definitely check out the Deeper. And I mean, it helps out a lot. I was able to tell depth, the structure, and also I've been fishing some grass as well. My other area didn't pick up stuff like that. This has a nice weed line, tons of bait fish on it, and it takes up water temps and all that other good stuff. So it's just really nice to have when you're a shore fisherman and you don't have that kind of stuff. So it's helped me catch some fish. So let's see if we get some more. Just switched it up to a Berkeley, I think it's the Berkeley Cutter. I actually snagged this bass, maybe? It's hard to say. Yeah, he's actually foul hooked. Bring him up here anyway. There we go. There's a really solid fish. I don't know if he attacked it and then he got foul hooked afterwards. But man, that's probably a 3.5 pounder. It's a huge belly. Again, his mouth is even red. I mean, it felt like he smoked that jerkbait and then he just came off and then got hooked on the side. Man, what a fish. That's what I like to see right there. Go ahead and get the release. Good fish. Show you guys what I caught it on here. The Berkeley Cutter 110. And just a chrome style color there.